Oh man, that sucks so bad. I was so close. Anyway, you pause your adventure through the afterlife because you've been at it for way too long already. You'll get back to this in a little while. You just know more of your dead loser friends are lurking in this area. You can feel their lameness emanating from beyond the grave. You can also feel it emanating from within the grave, which is good, because that's where you are, the grave. What we really need to do is see what John's been up to. It almost feels like it's been a year since we saw him. Hell, it's probably his birthday again. When is it ever not John's birthday? Okay. Year 2. Oh, boy.
I'll take John. Yes.
What's happening? Oh, it's the planets. Salamancer's having a little nap. Aw. The Tangle Buddies are here. And we got the whatever glasses. I can't remember what it is. And I don't remember what that was, that weird puppet. I don't remember what this one was either. The squiddle. Are we hanging out on the planet? That's pretty cool. Oh, is John in his house? That's actually kind of sweet in a way that he can go home, you know? After everything. They're having a party with the cakes. There's still an imp in here? Oh my god. There's 2 of them. There's the blue one. Honestly, it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. Oh, is Nana making the cakes too? Aww. Levitating cake.
Jade. I think I just realized something.
What? Oh, please don't say this movie sucks.
This movie fucking sucks!
No, John, no.
What? But you love this movie. Yeah, I know. I mean, I thought I did. It's been kind of a long time since I last saw it. I really remember it being a lot better than this, but now everything just seems so cheesy and stupid.
Oh no, he's gotten old.
But you were making such a big deal about finally getting me to watch it with you on your birthday. You were going on and on about how I wouldn't be disappointed, and now you're saying you don't like it? I don't know. I'm trying to like it. I want to like it. I want to feel the same magic that was there all the other times I watched it, but I can't because it's just not good. Really? I was actually kind of enjoying it. It's very silly. I really don't think it's that kind of movie you're supposed to take all that seriously, John. But I did take it seriously. I guess maybe that's kind of the point. I always thought all this hokey bullshit was legitimately awesome and compelling. What was I even thinking?
Oh no.
I don't know, but people can change their mind about things. I think you're allowed to change your mind about a silly movie. I used to love the Squiddles show when I was really young, but as I got older, I started to realize it wasn't as great as I thought it was. I was just too young to see how it was actually a flagrant vehicle for selling merchandise. And if you believe the conspiracy theorists, it might have been pushing some other dark hidden agendas. So I stopped liking the show itself as much, but that didn't change the fact I still had a lot of fond memories about it. I still loved all the cute characters, and I could enjoy it on a nostalgic level. Well, maybe I'll be able to rekindle some nostalgic feelings about it, but right now I just kind of feel like a dope for talking it up all this hard. And what's the problem with it? I've been watching this and thinking, yep, I can see why John was so obsessed with this movie. It's funny. It's just non-stop terrible action movie cliches. Look, I love Nick Cage. He is basically my hero, okay? But I'm kind of just realizing now that he is embarrassingly bad in this movie. He's just doing this corny parody of a southern guy who's down on his luck, and he acts charming with his goofy accent and stuff. Some things I used to think were so badass are just coming off as ridiculous now. Do you believe that one time we were watching this movie, when he said, "Put the bunny back in the box," I actually high-fived my dad? This time that line just made me roll my eyes. There's so much crappy dialogue. Cyrus, this is your barbecue, and it tastes good. Ugh. But he was trying to sound like a hardened criminal to win the trust of John Malkovich. Jade, please. It was a cheesy line. Don't be so naive. What? You spent your whole life worshipping this dumb movie and now you're calling me naive? Okay, I'm sorry. I guess in fairness to you, you have only just begun to climb the steep learning curve of this vexing and hypnotic film. But I am no longer bound by its spell, Jade. Oh god, vexing and hypnotic? It's a movie full of explosions about a guy with a mullet. What is it with you lately? You seem to be in such a crappy mood these days. I'm fine. This movie's what's crappy these days.
Okay, blah blah. Can we just finish the rest of the movie?
Oh no.
Look, you made us miss a whole bunch of stuff. Hang on, I'm gonna rewind it.
Who even cares what we missed? Just Cameron's stupid Poe and his idiot wife-beater babbling about some southern homespun heroic nonsense. Heart of gold my ass. Everything Dave ever said about this movie was right. I can't believe I used to think he was just trolling me. The stupid junkyard scene where Cyrus makes a little model out of rocks and stuff, just so he could tell the criminals to surround some army guys and shoot them, that was pointless! And all this heavy-handed scoring, oh my god. The music makes every little thing into some federal issue. Like, oh man, some minor characters being introduced in slow motion. Dun-on, dun-on, dun-dun-dun. There. Now you officially know they're all badasses. Also, I somehow didn't even remember Dave Chappelle being in this movie. He was pointless too.
Oh no.
Who's Dave Chappelle?
You know that Malloy guy? The dickhead cop who we're supposed to hate because how he gives John Cusack a hard time and makes asshole decisions with a helicopter. Well, screw that, he wasn't so bad. So what if he was a little grumpy? He was just trying to do his job. He had one of the best lines in the movie, actually, which was another thing we were supposed to hate him for. What was it? About Cusack probably out saving a tree and recycling his sandals or some shit. Ha ha ha! Now I think about it, I fucking love Malloy. I'm gonna rewind it and watch that scene again.
No, don't touch the remote.
Oh, and we're supposed to be like, yeah, when Cusack wrecks Malloy's awesome sports car. That was a nice car. John Cusack shouldn't have ruined it for, like, laughs. I know I wasn't laughing, were you?
Yes.
John Cusack's such a terrible character in this movie, now that I think about it. I don't really get what he added to it. He was, like, the second hero, but dorkier? What did he even really do? He scampered around the junkyard for a while, goofing off, and then when it was his time to shine, he demonstrated his mastery over heavy machinery. Wow! He can operate a crane. I'm thrilled by the exploits of this pedantic weenie. I guess he's actually like Cage's estranged sidekick, almost like the Robin to the Batman the Batman never realized he had. Now that I think about it, this movie was always an oddly poignant tale of bromance between Cage and Cusack. Just two bros separated by destiny waiting to be united. When they finally come together to kick some ass, it's arguably more moving than when he reunites with his wife and daughter. I wonder if I'll think that scene sucks now too. It used to move me to tears, but now I'll probably think it's so lame. I'm just afraid to watch it. Maybe I should try to leave at some point. At least some memories untainted.
John, you're kind of sounding like a crazy person here.
Yeah, right. I'm crazy like... Fwah!
What does that even mean?
A what?
Ow. I guess there was a stray feather clinging to my pajamas and it just poked me in the ass.
Oh.
Goddamn Dave Sprite. That guy molts like it's going out of style.
Oh, yeah.
Where is he anyway? I specifically told Dave Sprite several times when my party would start because I knew he would do this. He's already missed half the movie.
Why do you always call him Dave Sprite?
'Cause that's his name? Dave Sprite.
No, I mean, why do you always say it like that? With the space between the words. It's not Dave Sprite, it's just Dave Sprite.
Whatever. I can't believe he's standing me up on my birthday. Maybe he just doesn't want to hang out with Jaspers? Jaspers, I hope you're not going to start chasing him around again when he gets here. Dude, shut up!
Yeah, John, I don't think Dave Sprite's coming tonight.
Oh man, really? I knew we shouldn't have invited both him and Jaspers. That's party planning basics.
No, it has nothing to do with Jaspers.
Oh, then, why?
He, kinda broke up with me.
What? When did that happen?
A couple days ago.
No way! I cannot accept this!
John, it's okay, you don't have to...
You and Dave Sprite were like the glue holding everything together on this miserable road trip.
We were?
Yes, Jade, you were our rock.
Your rock? What are you even talking about?
Come on, Jade. You and Dave Sprite were like an institution on this stupid golden battleship.
We are not an institution. You were just saying meaningless things now.
Why did he break up with you?
It's complicated. Basically, he's just going through a lot of stuff right now.
Stuff? What stuff? Jade, we are all going through stuff. You don't see me flying off the handle and breaking up with my girlfriend.
Do you have a girlfriend?
That is not the point. The point is that Dave Sprite is just a douche.
I don't think he's a douche, he's just...
No, he's an orange feathery douche. Why is he such a basket case? He's like regular Dave, but like the aloof Enigma edition. Maybe it's because he's part bird. I think becoming a bird and a sprite did something weird to him.
I don't think being a bird ever bothered him. Like I said, it's all more complicated than that.
Normal Dave was so much more level-headed. I have to admit, I spend a lot of time wondering what he and Rose are up to.
Me too.
Eh, maybe it's for the best he broke up with you.
Why?
Well, what kind of future do you think you could have with him? I mean, he's a sprite. Like, really, what even is a sprite? How long do they live? Will he still be around if we win the new game and that we're allegedly trying to get to?
I don't know.
There are a lot of things we don't know. And also, how would things even work if you married a sprite?
What do you mean?
I mean, okay, he has a ghost butt for one thing.
So?
A ghost butt, Jade!
So what if he has a ghost butt?
I'm just saying.
Whatever you're saying, stop saying it! And whatever you're trying to gesture with your hands there, stop doing that too!
What? No, I was just...
Nope! We're totally not talking about this.
But...
Put your hands down, John.
Oh no. Bored, but what does the other one say? Shirtless?
Okay, fine.
That's not down, that's up. Oh well. At least you're not making those unsettling gestures. John, what are you doing?
Nothing.
I hope you're not entertaining some awkward train of thought about,
No.
What is with you? Today's your birthday. You're supposed to be having fun. But you've been so testy. It's like you're committed to not having a good time.
Well, maybe I'm just getting a little tired of being stuck on this lame boat. Don't you think it's gotten kind of old?
Yeah, I can see how you might find it a little slow here. I don't know, I haven't minded much. Maybe it's different for me, though, because I'm used to living all alone.
Oh, sure. I'm sure it's great for you. You get to spend your days smooching and breaking up with Dave's sprite and whatnot. And you can shrink down to any old planet you feel like, anytime. Whereas I have to make this whole big deal of asking you to shrink and unshrink me in.
But I don't mind doing that at any time.
I know, but you think I want to bug you about that and at the drop of a hat when you're busy going on dates and stuff? I just happen to have respect for something called personal boundaries, Jade. And it's not like there's really anyone else to talk to except the unscrutable chess people and a bunch of brainless consorts and an idiot cat princess. Oh, and also Nana. But I mean, she's my grandmother and she's great, but a guy can only spend so much quality time with his grandmother before he starts to feel like some kind of loser whose friends are too busy to spend time with him.
John, if you just told me earlier, I would have...
And I still never visit any interesting dream bubbles. And we can't even finish our cool planet quest because the moment we broke through the window, all of our denizens decided to go back to sleep and... I guess what I'm saying is, I'm more than ready to get to the other window and meet our friends and other new people and stuff. Are you sure we can't make the ship go faster?
We're already going as fast as I can make us go.
And how fast is that again?
About the speed of light.
Well, can't you use your space powers and bump it up a notch?
No! Nothing can go faster than light, John. Unless you teleport, I guess.
And why can't you teleport us again?
I already explained this. I can't do that here. It's not within the domain of the green sun, which gives me all those powers.
Is that why we can't go faster than light either?
No, that's just the regular laws of physics, jeez.
Okay, I mean, I know that. But this isn't really a regular place, right? Isn't the speed of light like 1,000 miles a second? So what does that really mean here? Are miles and seconds the same here as on Earth? How does this nonsense dimension we're racing through jive with all this relativity mumbo-jumbo?
Okay, first of all, that's not even close to the speed of light. Light travels at 186,000 miles per second, no matter what frame of reference you're in, even this one. Second of all, spatial relativity and comparing laws of physics between different frames of reference, those are tricky issues to talk about, but I'd be more than happy to talk about them if you'd like. Actually, I would really enjoy that because I never get to talk about science with...
No, I don't want to talk about physics. I don't know anything about the laws of physics because they're hard and boring. I simply would like them to behave in a way that is most convenient to me and my life. And is that really asking too much?
Yes, as a matter of fact it is.
Well, guess what? Science is stupid bullshit.
You take that back.
No, magic is awesome, science blows. The end.
John, what is that?
What?
Under your hood, there's like a piece of paper stuck to your back.
Huh? Oh, God damn it.
My darling son, if you are reading this, it means you finally came to your senses on a way shitty movie. By realizing, Nick, that Cage sucks, you have taken your first and biggest step toward not being a total embarrassment to the Egbert family. Name. Speaking of which, you might want to crack into one of my metric fucking tons of shaving cream I have for some reason and bust over... I'm gonna guess that's Dave's right. That nigh invisible teen stash before it starts to become a problem. Egbert men don't cotton to whiskers As you know well and good goddamn well. I didn't bust my fatherly ass to raise no Bigfoot. I'm proud as shit you're my son or whatever. Next stop, figuring out McConaughey's trash. You can do it, Junior. Strider! Oh my gosh. The replay.
That bastard!
What?
This is totally outrageous.
What is it?
I will tell you what it is. It's the last fucking straw.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go kick his ass.
What, John? No.
Posing as my dead father by mimicking one of his great fatherly notes he used to hide around the house, and on the 2-year anniversary of the day he was slain by Jack Noir, a fact of which that cheeky orange asshole is plainly aware. This is a new low, even for Dave Sprite.
Okay, yes, that practical joke is in poor taste, but you should try to calm down and...
No! Screw that! I'm super pissed off about this. There is only one way to settle this, and that is with an old-fashioned beatdown. Where's my hammer?
Which one?
The old one, whatever. It could be a hammer from the bargain bin of a hardware store for all I care. Just give me anything that's fit for clobbering a ghost-bottom dickface who was also a bird. I'm coming for you, Dave Sprite. Do you hear me, you magical son of a bitch? I know you can hear me. That stunt wasn't cool. You're not cool. Like, it wasn't bad enough you dumped Jade for no reason. What's the matter with you? You and Jade were the rock on the ship, you hear me? A rock! And now this bullshit. What the hell, man? I don't go around leaving fake puzzles for you like from the movie Saw, do I? Have you ever heard me say I want to play a game even once? Well, have you? No, because that would stir up painful memories of a dearly departed loved one, and therefore would be unbelievably shitty of me.
I guess that was a thing. I didn't even realize that. That ties him to Caliborn. Oh, man. There I am, bro. Jump off a cliff, man.
Hey, I see you there! Get down from there right now, wise guy. And no, don't play dumb. I can see you plain as day. I'm onto you, buddy. Stop vaguely watermarking the sky with your smug, douchey face this instant and fight me like a man.
Stop watermarking the sky. That's very good.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. That makes you seem way less like a tool. Nice going, bro. Everyone on this boat is sick and tired of your bullshit. Why don't you just fly away and leave us alone? How can you be so much more of a prick than the real Dave? You're the most piss-poor substitute for a best friend a guy ever had. I can't wait to meet up with the real Dave again. That way we can all go back to the awesome status quo of pretending you never existed in the first place.
John, there's no one there.
Oh, he's there, all right. He's probably just using some sprite magic so only I can see him. Don't you see, Jade? He's antagonizing me, personally. Not you. He's done with you, remember? He already used you like a rented mule. Now he's moving on to greener pastures.
What pastures?
It's me. I'm the pastures. And now his mule is grazing all over them while he has a good laugh.
What? Wasn't I supposed to be the mule? I don't think I'm understanding your analogy.
No, you see, the mule represented, like... I don't know, like the spirit animal of his douchey ways or something. Ugh, who cares? Who cares about mules or pastures or Dave Sprite's stupid ephemeral sky visage? Who cares about anything? Who cares about my birthday or Nick Cage or this boat full of idiots? Just, who cares?
John, I think you're officially throwing a tantrum here. John? John, are you asleep? Please don't tell me you just fell asleep in the middle of your driveway.
Something's gonna happen. Oh no, we're back. Okay, well. I obviously can't play this. Wait, do I have a capture log? There's a save function now? I guess enough people complained about the exact thing that screwed me over last time. Game Blorg. Well, at least I get to go out with one of my favorite songs. From the Homestuck soundtrack that I've listened to. I like this one a lot. Actually, I listened to it too much, so now I don't like it. It's kind of in that section. It's been a while since I've discussed it, so I might as well discuss it now. It seems how a lot of the songs that I've actually heard are suddenly coming up. Although, I don't think any of these other ones other than Hate You from this section were actually ones I'd listened to, but the thing that got me into Homestuck was the music, right? And I listened to quite a lot of it before I actually decided to do this for the channel. So I had vague memories. This is a funny thing. I actually don't know if I mentioned this. when Mina first came up. But I knew Mina's design, and the same with like Latula. I'd seen Latula's design before. I thought they were super modes for for the existing trolls. I thought they were like time skip modes or like god tier modes, you know? But I didn't know what god tiers were, so obviously I didn't think they were literally god tier modes. But within the realm of Homestuck, that's what it would be, right? Like, this was like their time skip design or something. So when the whole, what is this green square anyway? Oh, it's a window. Never mind, I don't care. So when this whole god tier thing came up, I was like, oh, I wonder if like that, those things I've seen are like their god tier outfits. Because like Terezi gets the bigger glasses kind of, and I don't know. I thought maybe. And then when we went through the thing, I was like, oh, maybe they're time skip designs. And they turned out to be designs for this, so that's fine, I guess. I basically recorded this in one big session because I was just so happy to see John again. So, give me 1 second here. All right, I wanted to add this in here because I wanted to see if I was going to change anybody. Some of these, I'm going to have to remember my rankings for them. I do believe Squiddles is Mina. Betty Crocker is Jane. Where's Arania? Who's Arania? Which one of these represents Arania? I don't remember. It might be this? Because I don't know what this would be if nothing else. No, because this is fake John. So this is actually the Empress. That's right. Fake John counts as Jane. This is the Empress. I don't think I would have put Arania in D tier, but then again, maybe we hadn't seen much of her yet last time I did this. I don't know who this is. I genuinely don't. Nothing else really fits for Arania, though, so I don't know. Maybe I'll pretend this is Arania. I'm sure you guys will tell me if it wasn't, but I don't know. And then the Salamancers are Caliborn, are Calliope and Caliborn. The reason I have to do this is because I haven't seen all the Alpha Trolls yet. If I'd just seen all the Alpha Trolls today like I thought I was going to, this wouldn't be a problem. Anyway, I guess I could add the ones I've met so far. Kind of has the same outfit as Cankry. Actually, is that intentional? That might be intentional. Anyway, Cankry sucks. I don't like him in general. Porum? Who should I use for Porum? I mean, he looked at gray ladies, and Porum is a gray lady, technically. So we'll do Diamonds Droog for Porum. Porum's like solid B tier, probably like low B. I generally like her vibe. Generally. If she was a main character, I probably wouldn't be that upset. You know what I mean? If Cankry was a main character, I would be annoyed. You know, that's really how I'm splitting the thing here. And then Latula could, I guess, be Spahaj. It's too bad we don't have any Game Bro magazine on here, but whatever. I also wouldn't really mind if Latula was a main character either. But she's, like, in here. I feel like Porum is just nice, and that's the reason why I like her. It's the same reason Tavros was so high on my list originally. That, and it seemed like they were going to do something cool with him, but they did not, so... Do I want to move anybody around? It's so funny. Every time John, like, we don't see John for a while, I'm like, well, John's shtick is kind of getting old. And now we did that thing with John at the end of the, maybe this episode. I don't know how long this episode was. Like, I don't know which one I'm going to tag this onto the end of, but I guess it only really makes sense to tag it onto the second one. So whatever. I'm going to have to split this episode in half, basically. I don't know if I actually explained that when I paused the video. Because I just kept recording because I was so excited to see John, and now it's way too long. But it kind of works out because it's going to work out for 2 episodes. I just have to record 2 endings. So, okay. Every time I see John, I'm like, yeah, man, I love John. John's great. This was like that, the tantrum thing was like classic John. Not only was it like a thing where something he loved got ruined for him by his own like stupidity kind of, which works perfectly for John, but also getting mad at Dave, the classic Dave and John rivalry friendship, pretty good. Honestly, it's finally time for the last human to crack S tier. I think Rose was in S tier originally, but she's fallen since then. Jade has been so good in the little planetary interludes. She hasn't really got that much to do, but honestly, just knowing, is it crazy that just knowing she tried a relationship with Dave Sprite and it didn't work out makes me like her character a lot more. Because like, I don't know, it's hard to say, but like pretty much nobody else in the main cast, basically nobody else in S tier essentially, I guess other than Dave Sprite himself, I could see as someone who could actually hold down a steady relationship. Rose and Kanai are doing it, but also their relationship is entirely off screen. So cool. Love that. Anyway, it's nice to see Jade get to do something that isn't like strictly super railroady plot stuff. And it actually feels realistic. And she reacted to it in a very Jade-like way. I can actually say she is being a character. Like what? Doing things because they fit with her character. Wow, I can't believe it. Also, that's just nice. It's just nice that she gets to have not only like a sort of sibling relationship with John that she never got to have before, but a failed, I guess, romantic relationship with Dave Sprite. It all makes sense to me. And I like when a character makes sense. Poor Terezi. It has been so long since Terezi has got to do anything. I'm still leaving her in S tier because she's still my favorite character. But my god, the last thing she did was kill Vriska. And that was like so long ago. Last thing she did of importance, you know. Like there was that slightly humorous dialogue with Mind Space Dirk. But like I don't even care about that. You know? She's like being excluded from everything and I miss her. I miss her, man. Jade at least goes up with Dave Sprite. Probably above him, because, like, let's be honest, he's Dave Sprite, not Dave. It's been a while since we've had a really good Karkat moment, too. I guess that we had Karkat arguing with himself again, which is true. But my favorite Karkat moments were when he actually, like, softened up a bit. And he was like, you know what? Yeah, maybe I suck ass, but you know what? I care about you people. And that's the Karkat I love, all right? It's been a while since we've really had him. And unfortunately, he hasn't got a single line of dialogue in Openbound, which is probably the greatest sin that could possibly do, is to include Karkat and he doesn't get a single line of dialogue. Like, what? Anyway, I think I still have to leave him above the broken up power couple, I guess. I like okay, the fun thing about Dave Sprite that I really like, on the same level as like AR or something, is like it's Dave from like a different perspective, like a different timeline of Dave, where it goes in a different direction. I actually really like what is being done with real Dave right now too, where he feels kind of out of his element. I said this before, but he still kind of feels that way to me. Like he doesn't feel like the same kid from while they were playing the game, like when he was talking to Terezi and stuff. He's like way more mellow. And I guess maybe that was seeing death that led him to this place. But he's just kind of chilling, you know? And I don't know. Dave commanded such a presence in the early game, right? He was always like on top of everything, in the same way Dirk kind of is right now with the Alpha Kids. Always on top of everything, and always sort of smarter or more skillful than anyone. And I said that before, and people were like, Rose is the smart one. You know that, right? And it's like, yeah, I do. But, like, practically, when it comes to the way that the characters are used in the story, Dave is, like, the competent one. You know? Like, Rose is smart, but she's also the one that leads them on the suicide mission and gets them all screwed over. You know what I mean? Like, she's too smart for her own good. She's book smart, but she ain't street smart. And we know that's Dave, right? But recently, Dave's just been kind of, like, out of his element in a fun way, where he's kind of just, like, he feels like the third wheel, almost, to the plot developments right now. And it's actually very refreshing to see Dave that way. Because he feels like he does when we're we're playing as Dave, you know what I mean? Where, like, nothing ever really goes right for him, and he keeps getting his ass beat by his own brother. And now it feels like he's able to open up that side of himself to his friends. That's, like, cool development. I like that. We're going to have this, like, 2-year, 4-year time skip, whatever it is. I think it's 4 years, right? And that's cool development for Dave in that time span. John kind of going crazy is fine. It's almost a regression for John, which is kind of weird. Like, he's gone back. That sort of, like, tantrum over Dave's shenanigans is, like, the very first thing that we get from John. So it's interesting that this is causing Dave a progression and John a regression. You know what I mean? Because kind of similarly, if we compare and contrast Jane and Rose, Jane is having a progression. Like, she's getting to have an actual social life and live with other people. And she's got all these cool powers now, and everybody wants to get to know her and be her friend. Whereas Rose is, like, kind of also going back to the first chapter. She's, like, sitting in her dark room, with Kanaya at least, but sitting in her dark room doing a bunch of, like, planning. Just, like, writing in a big book. You know what I mean? And I guess she had a slight progression when they first went into the game, and she became a more active character. She still got to be sassy, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, the whole grimdark arc that I particularly hate for Rose. Not because the grimdark thing doesn't work for her. I think it does. But just that it was all off screen, and we haven't, like, seen or played as Rose, it feels like, in such a long time. When we've actually been Rose, it's been her talking to somebody but not actually doing anything. You know what I mean? I feel like I've complained about that 7,000 times, but whatever. Because I want to like Rose. And I really do think Rose and Kanaya are a cute pair when it comes to the Homestuck characters. Like, they're the only relationship I could see actually lasting between any of these people. You know what I mean? Because it was founded on, like, mutual admiration instead of, like, I'm bored and I want to date somebody. Or this girl is blue and I like blue girls. Oh, God. Anyway. I unfortunately can't move Rose and Kanaya up because I really wish their relationship was on screen. They're definitely a committed thing now at this point. So, like, why don't they ever hang out with each other? Is that so much to ask? I'm also dropping Aradia again. I did like her little finger guns thing, but there's no way in hell she should be an A tier. Now that I'm looking at it, she can go here. We're moving Dirk and Roxy up to A tier. And I think we're moving Jane down to D tier. I hate to do it to him. I really do, because I was rooting for Jane, okay? I was rooting for Jane. I liked Jake initially. My God, have they become the most annoying characters in like one section or one chapter, act, whatever you want to call it. They've just, like, totally lost me. I still think they're better than, like, Tavros, and they don't actively... I guess they do kind of actively infuriate me, but not in the same way as Eridam, where I feel like his character was just botched, unfortunately. Kind of the same with Tavros, honestly. Tavros was also kind of botched. So maybe I'll put them together. I don't really feel bad about that. They never really had a moment to shine, and they just unceremoniously died after doing some pretty just like stupid stuff. So I don't know. I still don't know who this is. This might be Arania. If it's Arania, and we're just going to assume it's Arania, I'd put her, like, here. She's okay. I don't mind her. I like her better than, where do I have Mina? Mina's here? Yeah. I like her better than Mina, I think. But I really just wish she wasn't an exposition dumper all the time. Her conversation with Mina is something, and it gets to her character a little bit. But, like, we could have more. It'd be okay if we did. But yeah, Dirk and Roxy go up because they're actually tolerable. I wish we got more from Roxy. I can't believe we're doing this to the other Lalonde. We're literally having her do everything off screen. Why? Why the Lalonde hate? I think it's definitely Roxy over Dirk, and they're both over top of Solix for sure. I still just have a soft spot for Solix for no particular reason. I can't really even explain it. I just like him. I like the dynamic he added to the group, but I guess he's dead now, so... Should I make another tier for the dead are really gone? Because I guess the dead are actually really gone now. Other than Aradia. Wait, how is she there? Maybe they're not really gone. Never mind. I'm not even going to try. Remember when I thought the sprites were dead? Wow. Funny times. I guess like AR is definitely not coming back. I'm gonna assume. Although I guess he kind of there is some classes known as AR now. Oh god. Anyway, am I moving anybody else? I think Vriska is just here for seniority reasons, for being the only interesting villain in Homestuck. And even then, I'm not in love with the way her villain arc plays out. Because it feels just rushed at the end, I feel like. There was definitely something going there where I think she could have had a fairly okay redemptive moment, but it just didn't happen, unfortunately. I really think, like, killing Vriska, I really think was Andrew Hussey shooting himself in the foot when it comes to this story. Because you need the shit disturber. And we just don't have one anymore. And I guess the idea was it was going to be Mina now, but she can only work in the dream bubbles, so doesn't really work. Or Gamzee maybe, but then we just wrote Gamzee out of the story. So what's even the point of having him anymore? I'm not going to relitigate that trial, as Terezi might say. Oh god. I think that's all I really need to do though. That's my thoughts in a very long-winded segment that did not need to be that long-winded. I'm happy things are happening again, but man, I'm nostalgic for the old days. Isn't that funny? I'm nostalgic for the times when things seemed simple, where we just had like 4 important trolls and 4 important humans. And all I needed to worry about was Jack Noir. You know? Those were the days. When I had hopes that Kanaya and Rose's relationship could actually blossom into something nice. When I had hopes that Rose might actually get to become a character again. I'm actually so mad about this, by the way, because I don't hate these characters. Obviously, I like them. But even in the like open bound thing, they're like standing 5 feet apart because we're not gay kind of thing, even though it implies that they are, right? Literally in the dialogue. So like, if it's a thing you want to confirm, just have them beside each other at least. That's all I ask for. You don't have to like get gratuitous on me, but like, you know, the fun part of having a relationship in a story is you get to explore the dynamic of the relationship. And every relationship has been off screen so far in Homestuck. Even the one I liked between Dave Sprite and Jade, that I feel like that lore just makes their characters more interesting. It would have been way more interesting if we got to see their relationship develop and then fall apart. Just saying. And everybody would have loved it. Like, you know, I guess there would be some people who would be like, this is weird. He's a ghost. He's got ghost butt. But then you just throw the irony line with John on there and it's fine. Everybody's got what they're looking for. By the way, I'm not moving these guys. I was thinking about moving them earlier, but I forgot, which is Calliope and Caliborn. I still feel like I don't know anything about them. Like, we've just had them, like, revealed as characters, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks for watching. This will be my first outro of the video. For me, but it'll be the second one for you. Movie magic. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, you know, all that stupid stuff. Question of the day for this episode. I'm going to make this based on the tier list because I don't know where the tier list is going to, which episode it's going to be in. I'm assuming the second one because it really only makes sense there, but whatever. I've already asked how you feel about, like, the alpha kids and, like, all this stuff before. And we haven't met all the open-bound trolls yet, so I don't really feel like I can ask about that. But, at this point in the story, let's say that. Which 3 characters do you think the story has best served in terms of characterization? And which 3 characters do you think the story has worse served in terms of characterization? Without saying Tavros, Eridan, or Gamzee. Because those are too easy. So you can't say those. So if you say something like Caliborn, it's like, okay, but haven't really got a chance to know him yet. So I'm looking for, like, concrete examples of characters where you feel like there is a moment where they could have had a chance to shine, and the story just ignored them and went straight past that, and then they never got a chance to shine. I'm talking like Aradia. I'm talking like Pfeffery. You know, those kind of things where, like, there's an establishment of the character and you have an idea of what direction the character is going to go, and they just never go anywhere close to that, and then they get murdered or turn into a ghost that just kind of floats around. And then for the top 3, it's like, you know, the ones that actually do follow on that trajectory of getting to go on, like, a character arc, maybe? That's cool. Also, you don't have to follow my list. If you think Terezi's character arc sucks ass, feel free to tell me. I don't care. I like Terezi, but I could understand that. As somebody who likes some of the characters I put in these low tiers, like I literally said earlier, I wanted to like Tavros. I just couldn't do it. The story just hated him. Kind of feels the same with Jake right now, you know? Anyway, I've rambled enough. That's outro 1. So I'm going to go record outro 2, which will be outro 1 for you. Timeline shenanigans, it's Homestuck. You know how it is. Okay, bye.